Dengan kemenangan Donald Trump dalam Pilpres Amerika Serikat, maka sebagai mitra dagang dekat Tiongkok dan juga mitra strategis komprehensif bagi Tiongkok maupun Amerika Serikat, Indonesia di bawah Prabowo Subianto berada dalam posisi sulit.
Trump may push them to try to explicitly decide which superpower to align themselves with, which is something that none of the major Southeast Asian countries other than the Philippines is not in line with Indonesia's historical commitment to non-alignment and to having many friends and few enemies.
Pada saat yang sama, penekanan Trump pada hubungan pribadi dengan pemimpin negara lain bisa mendekatkan kedua negara.
Yes, sir. Everything good? Yes, sir. And I also had the honor of hosting Mr. Jared Kushner, and I hope to keep in touch with him.
That's good. Well, whenever you're around, you let me know, and I'd like to also get to your country sometime. It's incredible, the job that you're doing is incredible.
Apalagi dengan latar belakang militer Prabowo.
Trump kind of like former military, like macho, strongman type leaders. He's talked about leaders like that all over the world that he likes. And Prabowo definitely fits into that type, even though he talks now about being a grandfather and all of that, he still definitely fits into that type.
Saat masa jabatan pertama Trump, pemerintah Amerika Serikat juga kembali menerima Prabowo, yang saat itu Menteri Pertahanan, untuk menegosiasi pembelian peralatan tempur. Saat pemerintahan Joko Widodo sebelumnya, Indonesia lebih banyak mengacu ke Tiongkok untuk hubungan dagang dan Amerika Serikat untuk pertahanan. Pemerintahan Republik Indonesia di bawah Prabowo Subianto belum genap sebulan, tapi sejumlah langkah pendekatan telah dilakukan Prabowo, tak hanya ke Tiongkok, tapi juga ke Rusia lewat forum BRICS. Masuknya Indonesia sebagai mitra BRICS bisa mengundang kecurigaan di Barat.
On the BRICS, some people will be concerned about it because they look at the BRICS and they see Russia and China and Iran and some, problematic actors like Iran, and will not be thrilled about other countries joining it. My personal perspective is that, again, let's not overreact, because I don't think Indonesia and India and Brazil and others are joining some, anti-Western alliance here.
Pada saat yang sama, Indonesia juga tetap aktif berhubungan dengan Barat, termasuk secara bilateral maupun forum seperti APEC dan G20.
What matters more is ensuring a good substantive relationship between the United States and Indonesia. And that can happen at the same time that there's a good substantive and positive relationship between Indonesia and China. No problem.
Satu yang tetap bisa mendekatkan Indonesia dengan Amerika adalah klaim teritorial Tiongkok atas Laut Cina Selatan, yang tumpat tindih dengan zona ekonomi eksklusif Indonesia di Laut Natuna Utara. Dari Washington DC, Yuni Salim dan tim VOA.